Howdy folks, Everett Johnson here, editor of Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine. Want to talk to you just briefly about our May issue. Here's the April, and I've also got handy a copy of February. Hope you've been enjoying your magazines. We certainly enjoy putting it together, and we trust that the information provided in the magazine helps you all become better fishermen and keeps you up to date on fishing news as it's occurring. And man, things are happening fast. I'll tell you what. Seems like only yesterday we were doing the same video to introduce our January issue, and now I'm talking to you about May. So spring's here, things are warming up. We're actually wading wet. Put the waders away already for the rest of the warm months. Probably be dragging them back out come middle of October, a little bit later. So right now it's time to get out there and enjoy some good spring fishing. Lots of stuff coming in this May issue that I hope you will find informative and enjoying to read. We've got a new writer making an appearance. Actually, it's a reappearance. We got Jake Haddock, now Captain Jake Haddock. Many years ago, Jake was one of our youth writers. And Jake has grown up, matured, and he's now a fishing guide. And he wants to talk to you a little bit about fly fishing on the Texas coast. Fly fishing is growing in popularity, and I just wanted to introduce him quickly. Jake's a great guy, and we hope to see more of him in coming issues. Also some news coming along the way here. Snapper season is opening this month, opening the 1st of June. 1 month to prepare for it. So we've got a piece in this magazine from University of Florida Sea Grant, and Nick Haydad is going to talk to you about descending techniques. You know, our snapper limits have always been controlled, or buffered, I guess is a better word. The federal agency responsible for snapper regulations in federal water, they include what they think is a safe buffer or margin for the number of fish that we will kill in addition to our harvest. Now, how does that happen? Well, the limit's only 2 per day per angler. So we have to return fish to the water, because it's not very difficult with the bounty of snapper in the Gulf federal waters to get a limit of 2. If we reel those fish up from deep water, they suffer something called barotrauma. Barotrauma, maybe you've seen examples of it in the past. Barotrauma is a condition just like a diver who comes up through the water column too fast. He is said to suffer the bends. Well, the same things happen in fish. The air that's in their swim bladder expands greatly, forces the stomach to protrude from the mouth, and sometimes we see the intestinal tract protruding from the anus, and they have a very bloated appearance, kind of like a football. And if we take that fish off the hook, drop it overboard, it's probably just going to flounder until it attracts the attention of a predator, and it will be killed. It cannot go back down and recompress naturally in that condition. So a device called the sequelizer becomes very, very handy. It enables the angler to attach the fish to a weighted device that is preset for depth, carries the fish back down where it recompresses naturally, and then survives. The proof of the efficiency of the sequelizer was proven in the great red snapper count, when all the fish that they pulled up from the bottom or from great depth and tagged and released in order to obtain survivability following the advent of having been reeled to the surface, they were all descended with the sequelizer. So look for that in the May issue. If you don't already have one, man, I encourage that you get one. One of the things that I hate to see happening is anglers without good education just poke the fish with a deflating tool, and they hope that the fish survives. Yeah, it'll go back down. You let the air out of it. But a poke in the wrong place is a death sentence. That fish is going to die. So part of getting rid of that big buffer, mortality, release mortality buffer, would be in practicing proper descending techniques. We could also do ourselves a favor by reporting our snapper harvest via the apps that are available, like iSnapper. We need to tell them how many we're catching because they think we're catching too many. That's why the allocation is so small. Anyway, check out the article. I think you'll enjoy it. We've also got an absolute wonderful treasure trove of hints, tips, techniques on catching the ever popular spotted sea trout and red drum during the month of May. Water temperatures are changing, fish habits are changing, the bays are being flushed with the huge springtime tides with lots of bait and what we call fresh or clean water from the Gulf. And believe me, there's nothing that rejuvenates the bay like the springtime surge of tides. So get out there, enjoy the fishery, fish responsibly, practice catch and release as much as you can, and take a kid fishing. We'll see you next month.